here with another video. I'm going to be, today I'm going to be talking about two things. I'm going to be showing a trick with trees that I just thought I'd share, even though it's not necessarily a big deal, but I don't think people actively know about it. And then I'm going to be showing how to use a bulldozer, or excavator, whatever you want to call this, and why a lot of people don't use the excavator as much. So, getting started with the trees, this will be probably a short video, I don't know, but so one of the things I discovered about trees is that trees make a lot of pulp, and it gets really annoying and you put it in your chest and you don't know what to do with it. But if you chop the tree down and in the direction of water, whoops. Now, why did I do that? Well, look at how much wood pulp I created. If you can see, I didn't create any wood pulp when the tree fell into the water. And that made it a lot easier for me to chop the tree down. But the only thing is that it's not always easy to get water next to a tree. But if there's running water, normally there's not going to be any pulp that's going to appear in that area when the tree falls. And I just thought that was worth sharing with people because I'm sure they could come up with their own system, probably for making it easier to cut trees down without pulp, even though you can easily get rid of pulp for at a mason and make stone or at a campfire to make pitch. And so now with the excavator, so a lot of people have unlocked the ability to create an excavator, but nobody ever uses the excavator, and the reason why is because the excavator is not actually very user-friendly. And the way the excavator was made was that there's two modes. So let's go ahead and get in. And the excavator uses biodiesel, which is optional. There's two other actual, I'm going to show you the fuel. You can use petroleum or you can use gasoline. Gasoline obviously is the better option out of those two, but you can use biodiesel. Now if you use gasoline, something very funny happens. And I'm going to show you all that. I'm going to have to make a stockpile first. And so, now I'm going to get rid of this excavator. It's in my inventory where my, alright. Now let's fuel the gasoline into the excavator's fuel supply. Let's run the excavator. So do you all see that? That's a bunch of smoke that's going into the atmosphere, and it's not very pleasant in front of the atmosphere. And I don't know if it'll show on the map yet, but eventually it'll create air pollution. And of course, if the air pollution gets high enough, the water levels start to rise in the game. I don't know if y'all knew about that feature either. So anyhow, that's what happens when you don't use biodiesel in this game to power your excavator. It becomes non-environmental friendly, I suppose. I just wasn't paying attention, I don't know. Let's find out with... That was wrong. Haha. Yep. Awkward. But anyway, back on subject. So, now we have, now I'm pretty sure biodiesel has something to do with, no, I guess it's just, you make it different. Anyway, why nobody uses the excavator. So I'm going to go ahead and try to make a nice tunnelway over here for my excavator to go through. So there's two modes for the excavator. There's drive mode, and then there's control the crane mode. And in control the crane mode, you actually, to switch between both modes, you click 1. And when you click 1, what happens is, you'll no longer be able to move the vehicle, you'll only be able to move the crane. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So what happens is, as I move forward, the crane moves down. When I move backwards, or when I move forward, the crane moves up, my bad. When I move backwards, the crane moves down. And whenever I hold the left mouse button, the crane starts to pick stuff up. The only problem with that is that I can't extend the crane. There's no buttons that lets me extend the crane. I click things and nothing happens. And so I have to, if I want to actually get anything done dig-wise, I have to do it like this, where I move around like that, and then I move the vehicle forward again, and then I dig forward again. And that just doesn't really, and you see whenever I accidentally dig too deep, that's a problem. So the only way to get rid of that is if I hold right-click, the right mouse button, and fill it up with dirt. And that actually wasn't, that was kind of lucky there, since it's not very user-friendly, people just don't use it that much. And sorry about the misinformation with the biodiesel, and as I said, these videos are going to be poorly edited, if edited at all. And so, I think that concludes the information about the video, but that's why nobody uses these excavators as much as they should, even though it's because the game's mechanics, I guess, or controls are bad. But it's still in beta, so thanks for watching.